They say love is grand gestures, surprise trips, diamond rings, dramatic movie moments. But real love? It often lives in the tiniest places. It's when someone saves the last piece of plantain for you. It's when you crave cake and then it gets delivered to your doorstep by a dear friend. It's when a friend checks in. Did you eat today? It's when a friend says, "Oh, I see you posting lots of Holy Spirit activate or God I beg on your status. Are you okay?" It's when a colleague quietly covers for you in a meeting without making it a big deal. These are the micro moments of love. Small acts that whisper louder than 1,000 declarations. An unknown fellow once said, "Love doesn't need to be dramatic. Sometimes it's just being noticed." Welcome back to Random Talk with NG with Ngozi Obiefuna. On today's episode of Random Talk with NG, we're going to be discussing the micro moments of love. What are micro moments? Micro moments are those small but intentional acts that tell someone, "I see you, you matter." They are not Insta-worthy, but they are heart-worthy. They don't trend, but they transform. A smile across the room, sharing an inside joke, a partner remembering how you like your tea. I think about my friends and I have experienced, I keep experiencing micro moments of love. Is it whenever my dad travels and then he always ensures to buy me a bottle of cashew nuts no matter the additional gifts he comes back with, because he always tells them, "Ngozi likes cashew nuts. She likes cashew nuts. The cashew nuts are specially for her." Or is it when I visit my friend Ola, or even when he visits me and he always remembers to bring my favorite bottle of apple cider? Think about it. What's the last small thing someone did for you that warmed your heart? I remember my best friend coming to visit me, a surprise visit, if I may call it so. And when she came in, she brought lots of foodstuffs and recipe. She got me a beautiful recipe book and she said, "I know you love trying out new stuff in the kitchen. I saw this book and I thought of you." To some people, it didn't matter. I remember one time my friend Kenny dropped by and he had called earlier to say, "Emmy, I hope you're home. I have something for you. It's nothing big. It's nothing too much, And then when he stopped by, it was also a book of recipes. So I know how much you love trying out new stuff and I decided to get it for you. Grand gestures are rare, but micro moments, they happen daily, and over time they build trust, safety, and belonging. Psychologist John Gottman calls them beats for connection. Every time we respond positively, we're depositing into the emotional bank account of the relationship. I have some very dear ones who do what? They send me memes. They see the kind of memes I post on my status, and when they see it, they're able to send it, even those that are not friends, because they know that I post memes a lot on my WhatsApp status. They say, "Oh, I saw these memes and I thought of you. I saw this meme maker and I felt like, you will need it though for your daily supply of memes." Gosh, they make me blush. So, love is not about how many days, months, or years you've been together. It's about how much you love each other every single day. An unknown fellow said this, and it does not necessarily have to do with the male and female, kind of love that I think about. In friendships, right? Friendship thrives on micro moments. Sending memes at 1 a.m. because this is so you know what I just finished talking about. Holding space for rants without judgment. My friend Ayo sends me a message, sends me a picture, we start talking. I reach out to him with a phrase and I tell him something and I say, "I beg," and then the conversation, rants enter. I reach out, I say, "I've done this so," and then we start, dragging each other without judgment. Showing up with puff puff when life feels heavy, or more like popcorn, or abacha, or palm wine, or nkwobi. Think about it. Who is that one friend who always knows when you need encouragement? My siblings. Oh, my dear friends. Have you told them thank you lately? Now let's move from, friendships. Let's move to romantic relationships, because sometimes when people hear love, that's one of the things that pretty much comes to mind, or the first thing that comes to mind. Romance isn't just about anniversaries or roses. It's about everyday acts, intentionality, a partner charging your phone before bed, a good morning text on busy days, quietly holding your hand in public. Sometimes love is when they don't touch your leftover food in the fridge. That's commitment. Love is not about grand gestures. It's always about the tiny ones repeated daily. And you've thought to yourself, okay, she's talked about friendship, romantic relationships. What about work? At work, yes, even at work, love shows up in micro moments of kindness. A colleague explaining Excel formulas without making you feel dumb. A boss asking, how are you, really? A teammate saving you a seat or even coffee before the meeting. These moments remind us that workplaces are run by humans and not machines. In families, family love often hides in micro moments too. Mom slipping extra meat into your plate, dad secretly topping up your fuel, you waking up to discover that you've been wrapped in your blanket and you know it wasn't you, siblings defending you even after fighting you at home. Family is not about blood as well. It's about who shows up for you in small ways consistently. With strangers, sometimes the sweetest micro moments come from people we don't even know. A couple of moments come to mind, but a common example or common examples could be a stranger holding the door, a driver letting you cut in during traffic, someone smiling at you on a rough day. Tiny sparks of humanity that remind us that we're all connected. And you're asking yourself, I hear you, Ngozi, but how do I create this micro moment, or how do I create more of this micro moment? So do you want to fill your world with more love? Don't wait for the grand stage. Start small. Smile more. Send thinking of you messages. No, go send them to the wrong person. No. Send thinking of you messages. Compliment sincerely. It baffles me why you really cannot see someone look so good and drop a compliment. You are sizing them from up to down and trying to size how much it is or how much they are wearing or who they are wearing. Haba. And then listen without rushing. And do one kind act daily without expecting thanks. Have you ever paid for the transport fare of an elderly person? It feels so surreal, right? You always feel so good after you've done that. Or if you're paying it forward, like, you're taking care of the next person because you can. You're not expecting it. They were not expecting it. Those micro moments of love. The small things, the small moments, they really aren't small. So, do you know what you're going to do for me today? I need you to create one micro moment of love for someone and watch how their eyes soften. Life is not built on fireworks, it's built on sparks. The little moments of love that weave our days together. So the next time you're tempted to think love is distant or complicated, remember, sometimes it's just a smile, a text, a plate of food, or a pause to listen. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies, according to Aristotle. But it's also composed of, hey, I brought you meat pie because I know you like it. Hey, I brought you okpa because I know you love okpa. And then do you know what your challenge is? Notice the micro moments of love around you this week. Then create a few for others. Thanks for tuning in to Random Talk with NG. If this episode touched you, share it with a friend. That in itself is a micro moment of love. And don't forget to connect with me on Instagram and TikTok at Random Talk with NG. I would love to hear your favorite little love moment.